I am Joe Haber, founder and CEO of JOECOOL Brands. We are a gourmet CBD-infused coffee company. I have with me today my partner and longtime, lifetime friend, Rob Cournoyer. He's the VP of Investor Relations. Rob?
Good morning. Basically, I'm the fund manager. I raise money, I get the business started, and Joe has the means and the know-how. And the great thing is we're in such a great industry. I'm going to let Joe talk a little bit more about it now, and then we'll get back to me, and I'll explain how we're going to get this financed.
Thank you very much, Rob, for the brief introduction. Just so you know, I'll give you the quick background. I have been a serial entrepreneur my whole life, many businesses, had a few really wild successes, and I recently turned 50 years old. I think that proves that I've been around the block and I've gained some good wisdom and experience. JOECOOL.com was what started this business. Actually, I've owned JOECOOL.com, the domain name, since 1995, around when I first got involved in the internet, about 94, 95. And I've never done anything with it. I've always had a passion to build a business around the name. Obviously, last year I saw this emergence of CBD, and I put together CBD and coffee, and it came to me. Cup of Joe is coffee, right? And it's synonymous with coffee. Cup of Joe, cool. CBD can be said to be like a cool new thing. So it's a wordplay, Joe Cool. And from there, JOECOOL Brands was born. My background and lifelong passion is in marketing, branding. So this became a natural development in business for us to create. I put together a crew of some amazing, talented executives. We all are working, but decided to invest our time and money into this to get it going. Now, JOECOOL Brands is a B2B company. It's very important that you understand we are not selling individual coffee to the public. We sell to businesses and we sell in large volumes. We also sell to the US government, and we have the credentials to do so. There's a lot of advantages that it gives us. In addition to the CBD business, we are also doing a lot of conventions to create awareness. We're going to be doing conventions for convenience stores, supermarkets, hotels, government agencies. We're doing conventions for CBD investors, CBD enthusiasts. We're doing conventions for airlines, and we're making some progress in getting into hotels, airlines, supermarkets, and whatnot. These are our major distribution outlets. We will not be selling this directly to the public online, although a lot of companies do. We've decided that we want to take the Coca-Cola Pepsi route, which is we distribute B2B and the businesses sell, and we never compete with our businesses. That's one of our core principles. Rob, you want to say anything?
Okay, well, a little bit about me. I started after law school and University of Florida. I started to work for brokerage firms as a broker, then an investment banker, financial advisor. I left that industry right when the internet came out because obviously that changed all the fees and it made simple trading very cheap, and it was not effective as far as making money in the sense what I was looking for. So I went into private equity. I've raised several $100 million over the last 20, 25 years, and we've had some great opportunities, great successes. And now in the last several years, I have gotten involved in CBD, and I'm actually a wholesaler who we actually make the CBD. And as we were speaking with Joe over the last couple of years, that's when it came to fruition about JOECOOL, his name, his interest in coffee, and the ability to put CBDs in coffee and how the industry has grown so much. So there's a unique opportunity now to take advantage of the JOECOOL opportunity as far as coffee and putting CBDs in it. There's not many competitors, and it's it's a very lucrative business, and it still is a unique opportunity. What's really exciting right now during this time of the coronavirus, and we're all working at home, and there's a lot of disadvantages, but we happen to come and take advantage of a situation, such as when you have lemons, what do? We make lemonade. And that's what we're doing now. I have recently turned my bottling plant into a hand sanitizer manufacturing plant for one of our divisions. And now we're able to provide JOECOOL with hand sanitizer as well as CBDs. But the important factor is Joe has been working with the military and gotten full approval to sell military different products, and one of them being hand sanitizer. And that's a huge industry right now, as you probably are aware. So with Joe's connections, with his military connections and what he's going after, and also the name that he came up with, Tactic Gel, I really love that name. Even when the business slows down as far as regular hand sanitizer sales, which I don't think is going to slow down for at least 2 years, the military is still going to continue to purchase. And there's a lot of issues with concerns in the military, with the coronavirus, and with keeping everyone healthy. So that's a unique avenue, and that will be something we can monetize very quickly and substantially. So with my background of raising funds, we're reaching out to a new group of investors, such as yourselves and other individuals. We're now at the beginning stages, but soon we're going to go into another stage and actually do a funding process, which a lot of you are aware of, where we can go out and raise money through the entire space out there, as far as individual investors and entities, non-accredited and accredited. But right now, you're in the seed round. You're getting the highest equity, the best opportunity, the best risk versus reward, and the opportunity is unique because of what we have. And as you probably are aware, timing is the key. And right now, we happen to be in the right time with the right product. We are very excited, and we would love for you to step in, take a position, and become part of this unique opportunity, because now the wheels are turning. We are not just a thought. We are actually moving. Joe's already has his first order completed on the coffee. He's already laid out the framework and gotten down with the military as far as what is going to happen with sales of sanitizer. I'm already in the process of making hand sanitizer, and soon we'll be in the process, instead of just white labeling the coffee to be resold with CBDs, buying it that way, we'll at one point manufacture our own coffee and add CBDs ourselves. That's the ultimate goal. That's down the road. But right now is making sales happen. Joe's already been doing that. He has experience working in that part of the industry. He's already got connections with local stores and national to make this happen. So I'm really excited to be raising money, to be a part of this, to be a partner, because I believe this company will surpass even a CBD manufacturing company in a matter of 1 to 2 years. And we have a long-term plan, which obviously, going public or being sold. But right now we plan to do profit sharing as soon as we start making money, within probably the first 6 to 12 months. Then we will continue to do profit sharing to the investors, and that will keep money flowing to them, then making money, as well as we're waiting for our IPO, let's say, from our raise or from a buyout. Both are very unique and substantial opportunities that we can take advantage of, especially with the revenues we're planning to amass. It's a very exciting opportunity. We're really excited to be in this industry. And right now, like I said before, we're taking our lemons and turning them into lemonade. And this is something where an investor like yourself, or somebody that has interest in this sector, this is where you'd want to put your money, because hand sanitizer isn't going anywhere. It's going to be around for some time, and everyone drinks coffee, and the CBD movement is growing and growing and growing. So with that being said, we have 2 unique products, and this is just a business where we actually place the products. But with these 2 products, we have a substantial company to make a lot of money and put money back in our pockets. Yeah, why do we do this? Why do we invest? We do it to make money. Obviously, we want to do it with the least amount of effort and the least amount of friction. This is the way I see it happening. And I've raised money for many, many projects, from medical products to real estate to FDA approved products, waste. This happens to be my favorite, and I believe this will have the highest return out of anything I've ever done in a very short period, as opposed to waiting several years. And with profit sharing in place, redistributing 70% of her profits, that will put money back in your pockets right away. And then the sale or IPO will be icing on the cake. What do you think about that?
So I want to recap with what Rob just explained, and just say, aside from the tremendous financial opportunity that we're presenting to you today, you're getting involved with a company that has an upward potential of making money in the billions with a B. Number one. Number two, it's all CBD and it's all plant-based businesses, okay? JOECOOL Brands is the holding company for the CBD-Infused Gourmet Coffee, but because of this virus COVID situation that's global, we needed to pivot, and we did so into hand sanitizer, which plays right into our sweet spot, into our area of expertise, which is manufacturing something that goes along with manufacturing sanitizer is a very similar process to manufacturing CBD. So the equipment gets retrofitted. We make the hand sanitizer gel with virtually the same exact equipment, and we can actually make hand sanitizer gel with or without CBD. The CBD added to hand sanitizer gel is for people willing to pay a premium, major believers in CBD, people who like CBD, and it may even add some qualities. We make no guarantees or assertions, but you can make that assumption on your own. So there's a tremendous opportunity. We're in the process of retrofitting one of our manufacturing plants right now, almost complete, to manufacture our own hand sanitizer in-house. In the meantime, we have access to a ton of it, okay, through our relationships in the industry. And we are moving forward. This opportunity will not last. When we are fully subscribed, our valuation will go very high. And when that happens, there's no longer an opportunity to get at this level. So I encourage you to consider this, and consider it quickly. And hopefully before we've given this offer to everyone who we are willing to accept and close the doors.
I'd like for you to elaborate a little bit more on the military sales side. What have you put together and what that means?
One of the things that I did with this company early on, I started this in January of this year, was I registered with the U.S. Small Business Administration Government Affairs. And what that allows me to do, by the end of March, I had been certified for JOECOOL as the corporation to be a vendor to all federal government agencies. That includes the Pentagon, that includes NASA, which is funded by the U.S. federal government, all branches of the military, all military of the U.S. all over the world. Everything that the U.S. federal government gives a budget to, we are an approved vendor to sell to. Now, our original intention for doing this back in January was to be able to sell our coffee product to everyone in the government. And of course, when they put an order through, it is as good as gold. That contract is more valuable than gold and cash. So we figured we'll have a competitive advantage with a unique product with the military. That's what we're going to focus on. Now, obviously, because of the coronavirus, we pivot to hand sanitizer, which is a natural pivot because of our ability to manufacture it and our access to the resources to put that together. Now, hand sanitizer, they're required to purchase. They're purchasing it in unimaginable quantities for prices that are unimaginable as well. The profitability for the vendors is unimaginable. So we now have been approved to sell hand sanitizer to military bases. So what we did was we came up with another brand name, because I like to separate the names. JOECOOL Gel, we plan to use as like a retail consumer product, and we will be selling this to consumers. This is not going to be B2B only. This is going to be B2C also. And then, of course, we came up with the name Tactical, which is tactical, Tactical, and the word gel put together. Okay, so Tactigel is now a brand name that we are using, that we plan to use to market to the military. That's basically our plan.
All right, guys. Well, you know, you heard a lot about what we're doing and what we're going to be doing. It's very exciting. I would love for you to participate. Obviously, we have to be in contact with each other. We are still in the seed round. We expect the seed round to close out probably in the next several weeks. Things are moving quickly. We do have this show coming up in March. We took a huge booth, 30 by 30, and it's 30 by 30, correct, Joe?
And 2 stories.
It's 2 stories and in the front of the exposition, the convention. So we're going to be right in everyone's face. By that time, I'm sure the seed round obviously will be closed out and we'll be moving into a regular financing. And, you know, the opportunity then becomes a lot more for a lot less. So obviously getting in now is the opportunity, the biggest bang for the buck. You got an exciting plan. We have the framework all laid out. We got companies behind us that are doing well, and the connections that we have are very strong, especially the military. And there's other things we haven't even spoken about, which we can talk to you in person about when we do talk to you. So for now, I say goodbye, and hopefully we talk again soon. Thank you for listening, and thank you for your time.
I just want to say thank you very much for taking the time that you spent to watch this information on JOECOOL, to meet myself, Joe Haber, the CEO of the company, and my partner, Rob Cournoyer, who handles investor relations. And thank you too. Bye-bye now.